continue to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their gilt rings. Right, the bouncer's gilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV. I'm in Glasgow, and I've got to say it's a rare surprise to see you up this neck of the woods, John. But you're up here supporting Ricky Burns in his farewell fight, his retirement fight. Well, you witnessed a war there against Willie Lemon.
Yeah, great fight, great show by both men. Willie a bit too brave for his own good in the end. Would like to have seen it end a few rounds sooner, but listen, he went out on his shield like we all knew he would, and just put on a great show.
That's the fighters in you. I know the Canelo fight as well with you. You probably just bite down. You just want one more round, or just bite down on that gum shield. It's the fighter in you that keeps you going, doesn't it?
Of course, but that's me at 34. Willie's 44. Do you know what I mean? He's I'm sure he'll be a granddad soon. But listen, fair play. They both put it all on the line and put on a great show for the Scottish fans.
You're saying you're not going to fight on for another 10 years, John? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so. I don't think my missus or my kids would allow it.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Ricky. Obviously, I think that means a lot for Ricky for you to come travel up here and watch his farewell fight. The fact that you were gym mates for a long time, a good few years ago now, and I mean that must mean a lot to him for you to do that.
Yeah, I mean, cause for me, bar the coaches I've worked with, Tony Sims, Ray Ball, Colin Lake, Ivor Jones, I've worked with a lot of great coaches, but other than that, Ricky Burns come along to us and he really made us level up and really made us see what it was to get to the levels and the heights he's reached, and I put a lot of what I've achieved down to Ricky, seeing what you've got to do to get to these levels. So listen, I'm very fortunate to call him a friend, to have trained by his side, and I'd always support him till the end.
That's absolutely wonderful to hear. Now, going on to you, you said that you've learned a lot from Ricky, what it means to get to the top. Now, talking about getting to the top, you fought the pound for pound king, Canelo, a few months back, well, a wee while now, so people are going to be asking questions. When's John Ryder back out? So, you got any news for me, John?
No, I'm hoping November, December time. There was talks of Golovkin, now Munguia. I'm just in this for the biggest and best fights I can get, and see how long I'll go on for. A couple more fights, we'll just fight by fight at the moment.
Talking about Golovkin though, I mean, Golovkin, everyone in the world of boxing knows Golovkin. He's a quiet, married man, but he's a monster inside that ring. Maybe the right time to get him, same sort of like Callum Smith and Bertie Bia. People are saying it's the right time for Callum to get Bertie Bia because he's aging right now. But I still, a fight with you and Golovkin, for me, as a boxing fan, I just see excitement, blood and guts. That's what I see. How do you see it?
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, listen, his timing and his speed might not be there, but his power is always going to be there. So he's always going to be a dangerous opponent. I think in previous years we've seen the slight decline with the Canelo loss. But listen, it's the end of the hard 3 fights he's had with him. But listen, he's been a great champion, great ambassador for the sport. And listen, for me as a fan, it'd be an honour to share the ring with him. But I'd go in there wanting to do a job.
You mentioned also like Golovkin. I think he's 160. You're 168. Would you go down at 160, catch weight 168? How would you assess get this fight on?
I have to be 168. I can't. I might get to 167 at a push. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut a leg off to get any smaller than that. And, I'm not cutting a leg off for no one. So yeah, we'll have to be 168.
Obviously, Canelo's 168. He's fighting Charlo as well. Your thoughts on that?
Great fight. A lot on Charlo's side for this. He's going up in weight. He's probably going to have the best camp he's ever had. Not dieting, not knocking the bollocks out of himself. So he's going to go in there fresh as a daisy. But I favour Canelo heavily to get the job done and probably move inside the distance.
You also mentioned Munguia as one of the possible opponents for yourself. But if you had the choice, I know we all know Munguia's a tough Mexican, and we spoke about the Mexican fans, but you've been out there fighting Canelo, and they're probably, you said yourself, behind the Scottish fans, they're the best in the world. Yeah, so Munguia, Golovkin, if you had that choice, if you were given them two names and you had to pick one, which one would you pick?
I'd probably go back and fight Munguia in, I don't know, the Azteca, 100,000 in front of Mexican fans. They took to me after that fight, and they was great fans, like the Scottish. They really get behind their own.
Hard to get that in.
But they're great fans regardless.
Obviously, Ricky was promoted by Eddie Hearn a long time ago, and Eddie's not been up here for a few years, and I've got to give a shout out to Ian Wilson for putting the show on. But you go back down to Essex, you're going to let Eddie Hearn know that we've still got it up here, we're still wild for our boxing up here.
Yeah, I think he knows. I think he's He's always got his finger on the pulse, and he sees the up and comers. So I'm sure it won't be too long. But listen, get yourself on a Misfits show. You could be headline the Sharpie yourself.
Who can I fight then, John? Listen, if you get me a name, I'll fight him anytime, any place. I can make 160, 168, 175, cruiser, heavyweight is a push, but I'll fight anyone, anytime, anywhere.
I think you could do like I don't know. You could definitely do a Logan Paul.
I'll smoke Jake Paul.
A Tom Zanetti.
Oh, Tom Zanetti's got. I'll fight Tom Zanetti.
Yeah, you do that one, yeah. Who else?
That's actually a good fight. I didn't think about Tom Zanetti. That's
I'll put the show on. I'll promote it.
Okay, you can be my manager. You get 25%.
Aye, 25, 35.
That's it, John. One final one on Ricky Burns and the fight itself tonight against Willie Lemon.
Great fight, great performance. Good to see two Scottish legends go at it. Just glad to be here, glad to support them both, and they've come out the ring happy, healthy, and hopefully a little bit more wealthy.
Definitely, and that's what we want, as long as they get out healthy. And listen, if you fight Golovkin on Munguia next, I'm definitely going to put my name in the hat to come to that fight, because I haven't been to one of your fights in a long time, so I will put my name in the hat for that one. But John, thank you so much, mate, and I'll see you in the next one.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Choose to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,